Welcome to Recovering Addict. Man, that pumps me up, and we got a lot to cover, so I'm going to talk really fast like the Micro Machine Man. If y'all remember and you're about my age, you know the Micro Machine Man was one of the fastest talkers in the whole wide world. We are going to cover this book right here, Staying Sober. We're going to look at process of relapse, and I can't even keep up with it that fast. But anyway, we got questions from the Discord. We got to hit those really quick. Oh, my bad. All right, I'll throttle back. I'll throttle back.
What you're talking about.
Welcome to Recovering Addict. I'm just going to pre-warn you, if the show goes boop, it's because somehow my computer was unplugged while I was doing all this stuff, and I didn't realize my battery was dying, and then my battery just died. So I got it plugged back in. If the charger can put out more power than I'm using, we'll be fine. If not, we may disappear. Just throwing that out there. But like I said, tonight we're going to cover this book, Staying Sober. We're going to jump into it, and we're going to look at positive outlets versus compulsive behaviors, because there are compulsive behaviors that can be abused. You know, life's about balance. We're going to learn and look at that type of stuff. But a lot of the positive outlets can actually become compulsive behavior, which does the future pain, right? And dysfunction. What we want to do is live life without having future pain or discomfort, right? Remember our equation here? We have pain plus compulsive behavior equals immediate pleasure. Sure, it feels good for about 5 minutes.
That's great.
But then there's future pain. Not cool. And that's what we want to stop doing.
Stop it.
Oh, look it. We got our first somebody in the Discord. So right now tonight, I want to try to get the Discord. The Discord has seemed to be dying lately. It could just be the time of year. I don't know what it is. It ebbs and flows, but there's not a very many people in there talking and chatting and joining the what do you call it? Our daily meetings. So I'm going to try to get into the hangout section more often and probably set up a meeting or two during the week near the evenings. Maybe on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. But I just see if we can get it in there. So if you really wanted to join, you could jump into the hi Team Crabtree. We are here. We're talking. We could hear you if you talked. So that kind of stuff. Yes, please share it out. I'm LT. I'm an alcoholic addict, and I heard you. I heard that. 2 times in my life, I hit rock bottom, meth. I went through 3 long periods of addiction, right? And I had 3 main drugs. I went through a meth addiction, which landed me in jail, felonies, and all that kind of good stuff. And then weed. I smoked weed daily until I had to get a job I had a drug test for a job. And then alcohol. And alcohol was my last severe addiction. And obviously there was all the other kind of drugs. I've done them all except for like this. Well, no, I've done them all. Dang it, I've done them all.
Is there one you haven't done?
I never smoked.
What's a new one?
I smoked fentanyl that one time.
Yeah.
But I've never smoked like embalming fluid.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, they soak cigarettes in it.
No, what is
I've
it?
never done bath salts.
Bath salts.
Never done that. And plus, we're hanging out with Mr. Cool Guy, FYI.
Wait, I got a present for first choice quote of the day.
Link has a present.
Oh, he said Petey's the winner.
Petey, you're the winner of Link's drawing. He made a little Squid Game drawing.
You share squatted before he could make a contest out of it.
Team Crabtree, 3.14. Pie.
Oh, are we hiding our face?
Yeah, hide your face.
There it goes. Perfect.
You are the proud owner of Linky's art.
We got to get it to you now.
It's even signed.
It's signed.
What's up, brother?
It's a Link Weaver original.
Heck yeah, that's cool.
Worth billions.
I said, hey, cool guy.
All right, we have another challenge this week that we will get to later in the stream. But I want to know who did the challenge from last week. There was 2 of them. One of them was any over-the-counter transaction, you have to ask for a 10% discount. Did anybody do that? And I want to hear the stories in the comments if you did do that. What was the outcome? And remember, this wasn't about trying to get 10%. The whole thing about that was trying to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because it makes you feel awkward and weird. It's funny. I was in a Zoom meeting at 1:00. We went and bought some of these bar stools here, and I was like, here we go, guys. I'm going to ask for a 10% discount. And I usually don't get nervous at this stuff, but because I was in Zoom and everybody was like watching me do it, I got all nervous. It was weird, but it was fun. I made the guy squirm more than I squirmed. He called his manager, and we ended up getting a 15% discount. So that was a reward. Thanks for being a part of our recovery, Petey. And where else did I? Oh, I had something. Now, okay, you might criticize me for this because it was a fundraiser and this little kid came up to my door and he was selling popcorn. Selling popcorn to go on a camping trip. He's like, this bag's $25. I'm like, I'll give you 20. Okay. Boom. $5 discount.
Fundraiser popcorn. He's like, I'll take what I can get, man.
Whatever. You jerk. This is a fundraiser for kids. Are you trying to Well, I shouldn't say that.
Jeanette got 40% at Christmas ornaments tonight.
What? Oh, that's bomb.
Lucky.
But I'm going to sit back for a minute, let Felice say what's up to everybody in the chat. I'm going to share this out like crazy on Facebook.
Cheering it. He's cheering it out. Greetings from above. Tracy Shoop.
Tracy.
Shoot. Hold on, Amanda Cook. There he was. Hello to all my recovered friends and family. Hi, this is Jessica. What is up, Jessica? Jim, it was nice talking to you earlier. Debbie Tucker's here. Desmond Cook, all the way from Australia. Welcome. Who we got? We got John V here. What happened, LT? I feel like we already went over that.
Yes, we did.
Jim made me laugh, though. He says, you froze up on the screen on Hangouts, so I unhung out. Nicole R. Hello. Paul, what's up? Who else we got? We got Millie in the background. You can't see her, but she's coughing up a lung back there.
Yeah, our little
What up,
daughter's
Jess?
coughing.
Jamie Rose. Hellos. We got Jeanette. Hello. Hello. Lori Trujillo. We will see you Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
We went to
Is she here?
Genesis Project, on Thursday
Sweet.
to their Celebrate Recovery. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Who else? Nicole Brower. Good evening, fam. This is Nicole Crabtree checking in. Hello, Nicole Crabtree. Greetings.
We got
Gracious,
Team Crabtree in the Discord hanging out with us too.
Is that different Crabtrees?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I have
Morgan
no
Green.
idea.
You got Cole.
Morgan.
No, a bunch, and then yes at Target. You got
Really?
one. Had a girl.
How, like, the people that did do the challenge, how did you feel? Like, did you get more comfortable the more times you asked? Did you feel like you stepped out of your comfort zone and grew? This is going to kind of tie into one of the questions of the Discord that Jim did.
What's up, Carla?
Carla Bell, glad you're here.
Boom, boom, boom. Facebook user. Hello.
Glad everybody's here. So cool.
Can't wait till next Thursday. Celebrate Recovery. Yeah, that was cool. Trying to rip off my fellow scouts. Wow, LT.
It was scouts too, Alan. You're absolutely right. $25 for a bag of popcorn. Come on, I don't care if it's a good cause or not. That kid was trying to rip me off.
He's trying to upsell you, and you didn't go for it.
It's like a $7 tops. Okay, they're kids. I get it.
Fundraiser.
My goodness, what is this world
Hi,
coming to?
Sheree. Seen pictures at your
Protest. That was cool.
I'm bummed I didn't tune in.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen it.
Tell Link to read my little joke on here.
So,
Okay.
How did it make you
challenged.
feel
That's okay.
stepping out of your comfort zone? That was our last challenge. A complete stranger, something you don't normally do, and asking for something you don't normally ask for made us feel weird, but our comfort zone grew. And that was the whole point of the thing. And if you got a 10%, 15%, 40% discount, then that's a win-win situation. Right now, we're going to talk about positive outlets versus compulsive behaviors. What we do is we read and teach out of this book called Staying Sober. It's a guide for relapse prevention. Okay, you can go through this stabilization period, right? The drugs are coming out of your system. Your head's kind of coming out into the open like you just pulled it out of a bucket. You look around, there's bridges on fire. Oh my gosh, you get into recovery, right? You start doing the steps, you start doing the 12 steps, and you're really just starting to figure out recovery and making amends and learning about resentments and learning about character defects, and all this information's coming at you. Now, this book's going to help you smooth it out by giving you another giant tool in your box to continue sobriety with a plan to not relapse. Relapse does not have to be a part of recovery. It does not have to be. Is it often? Yeah, it is. Do a lot of people succeed tremendously after a relapse? Yeah, they do. But it does not have to be a part of that. You can learn all this stuff without relapsing. And that's the goal, because especially with this heroin and fentanyl world, your next shot could be your last shot. We've already lost people. I know some people that we've lost. We've experienced out east. Somebody just texted me about an OD that happened that ended in death. And that's the business and world we live in. People are doing drugs and they're dying more often than they used to. There's no, like, heroin and that stuff scares me to death, man. There is no old heroin addicts because they die, right? That is a drug of death. Meth, psychosis, people just living in the psycho. They're psycho states, just out wandering the streets trying to get more meth, and that's it. And then alcoholics sit at home, unhealthy, dying of liver. Oh man, just, it doesn't have to happen. Let's prevent it. Let's stay understanding and how to stay sober. And we do it together, right? That's what the Discord's for. That's what all this platform and all this peer support stuff that we do is for, is reach out when we're struggling. Just put it out there. Say it out loud. It takes the power out of it.
We are going to have to keep an eye on Geesh so he doesn't relapse on asking for 10% everywhere he goes.
That's awesome. It's kind of fun, you know, you get people laughing. And thank you, Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie.
Oh, you big Jamie, you have to do it. I don't care if it takes a year, but that's your goal over the next year is to ask. Just put yourself out there. Do it at a coffee shop. Do it to some, what are they called? Batistas? Baristas?
I don't think Bautistas are wrestlers.
Yeah, Bautista's a wrestler, but
Baristas?
Barista?
Baristas.
What are those people? Yeah, just ask one of them. They're fun to talk to. Can I get 10% off? No. Why? Then ask them why, like you're offended. Why? Then they don't know what to say. That's fun. Flip the awkward on them. But anyway, it gets you thinking outside of the box, get you thinking in a different way. All right, so positive outlets versus compulsive behaviors, right? The same behavior can be used compulsively or non-compulsively. Compulsive behavior is not measured so much by what you do as by how you do it. Every behavior that can be used compulsively can be productive if it's used in a way that does not result in long-term pain or dysfunction. So is this thing that I'm using, it's kind of gotten me thinking about working out. Like, am I addicted to having to go out and get my heart rate up for an hour? And am I in a bad mood unless I do that? Because that would fall under the realm of addiction and compulsive behavior. My body needs that for me to be normal. You know what I mean? So I gotta be wary of these things. There is a difference between compulsive behavior and positive outlet. A positive outlet, okay, listen, a positive outlet is an activity that provides pain-free pleasure. In other words, it feels good now without creating pain later. Is what I'm about to do going to feel good now and not cause pain later, right? You drop $100 bill on the casino table or you're gambling. Is this going to feel good later? Only if it pays off, right? But then what are you going to do? Probably put it back down again. And then that could be future pain, right? Shoot, I needed to pay my insurance this month and I ain't got it because I gambled it away. That kind of stuff, right? In other words, it feels good now without creating pain later. Healthful exercise, for example, is a positive outlet. It allows enjoyable and pleasant release of energy if it is done rationally and non-compulsively. It does not create problems in the future. It actually makes you feel better in the future because health begets health and you start feeling good. Your mind starts thinking clear, and that is one of the best relapse preventions possible.
That's true. I've lost so much at the casino.
Yeah. Future pain. Healthy sex is also a positive outlet. Sexual expressions between people who love and care about each other is performed in a safe, responsible manner, is a joy and an asset to both partners. It is non-compulsive, enhancing for both partners, a free choice of both partners, and happens in the context where negative consequences are unlikely. Each compulsive behavior has a parallel behavior that is performed non-compulsively and moderately can form a positive outlet. Remember, we talked about 8 of them last week. We went over eating and dieting can be a compulsive behavior. Gambling, working or achieving, your workaholics, right? Exercising, sex, thrill seeking, escape, or spending. Each of those has a parallel that can be performed non-compulsively and moderately as a positive outlet, right? You can exercise positively. Can you gamble positively though?
I feel like you can. My family used to.
My mom, my aunts, they all did too. They were wind over
They did
people.
it. They did it for fun. Never went in debt.
What do you think, chat? Gambling, can it be done as a positive outlet? It almost makes me think of California sober. Is marijuana that bad? Is gambling the the marijuana of addiction? So is gambling as a compulsive behavior the marijuana of addiction, right? Marijuana is looked at, it ain't so bad no more. California sober, it's okay. Edibles, CBS or whatever, the oil stuff.
Yeah, there's lots of different types of gambling too. Like you can make a bet on a game every once in a while for fun, or just like, I don't know.
Jess says nope. Des says spending is a problem. If the compulsion is there, gambling is never good. I agree. I don't know. I look at it as, money's something you earn. Money's something you spend. And if you're being responsible and you're spending it for a good cause, or, I don't know. It's yours to spend how you want. But if you're just throwing it to the wind, I don't know.
Yeah, Nicole says she can gamble. Not a problem. Set a limit. Leave when I got there. Spending $100 to have fun for a night, just like going to a really good restaurant.
See?
It's possible. It's like a weekend drinker.
Yeah.
Or normie. You're a normie of gambling.
My family was a normally of gambling. My aunts, my grandma, that was like one of their things they would do every couple months. Go to Wendover. Let's go to Wendover.
Yeah, I mean, if you can stop and it's not compulsive, then it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Kermit the Frog here. It's hard to step out of your comfort zone.
Where's Linky?
I have been a hermit while being in recovery now. Where's Miss Piggy? 1 year of being clean now. It's hard to meet new people. Kermit the Frog with an AC. So it's hard to step out of the comfort zone. I've been a hermit while being in recovery. Now I have 1 year. That's good. And it's hard to meet new people. We talked about this last week because Geesh was kind of talking about the same thing. I can meet a bunch of people online. That's easy. But in my community, can't find nobody I relate to. And we talked about getting out there. You got to just put yourself out there. What kind of people do you want to hang out with? What kind of friends do you want to have? Find out where these type of people hang out and just go knock on the door. Hey, can I hang out with y'all? And just sit there for a while and hang out, right? Chess clubs, book clubs, plays. We like going to plays. Plays, get there early, leave late. Find people that want to go. That website Meetup. It's not a dating app. It just finds interest that you're into and meets and hooks people up like as friends. It's awesome. Go ahead.
Just Jim always likes the turtles. I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Awesome, Kermit. Keep coming around.
Yeah.
Get out and about. Jim. Let's see. Laurie says anything that is, was, or becomes a stumbling block is a no.
Agreed. That's the same for me.
John says there's no satiation when you have the compulsion. $5 bet turns into 50, turns into blowing 5,000 over a weekend. That compulsion, that's where it gets you.
Jeanette spelled it right.
That's correct.
I like turtles.
Correct. Social life is very possible. Use good judgment and set those boundaries. Says Jim Hartley.
So when a behavior is used compulsively, it is used as some people use drugs. Gambling can be the way that people use drugs. Hiking, thrill seeking, jumping off cliffs, can all be used in the same manner that people use drugs, that adrenaline rush. The goal is to alter mood. If the goal is to alter your mood, turn off the mind, and evade reality, The behavior becomes compulsive when it is used to cope with the pain of reality. So look at the stuff you're doing. If you're using it to cope with the pain of reality, you could be doing it compulsively, and that would lead to unhealthy and could lead to future pain. Behaviors are positive outlets when they enhance reality and help a person to more effectively cope with reality. Enhance reality, cope with reality. Effectively cope, right? Healthily cope. If a person is to achieve a high quality sobriety and avoid relapse, high quality sobriety. Are you sober and clean, or do you have a high quality of sober and clean? That's a good question. I feel like right now I have a high quality of sobriety right now. Our spiritual condition, we're continually keeping care of that every morning and doing some new little changes in our life to continue to grow spiritually. Our health, we're eating a lot more healthy, and we're working out every day. And it's fun activities. We don't just go mindlessly to the gym and suffer through things. We make it fun.
Yes, we do. Have a good time.
Go ahead.
Jeanette had to look up Island Boys. That's so lost. Found them and was like, WTF.
You are now an island boy,
Welcome
Jeanette.
to the club. Yes. Tracy asked what fentanyl was. Something they are cutting drugs with. It's killing people. Is more powerful than a synthetic opioid. That's true.
Like a grain of salt of
crazy.
fentanyl can kill you.
It's nuts. Dang it. That's sad.
Stupid fentanyl. Damn it.
But yes, the more you put in, the more you will improve. That is true, Cherie. I have a high quality sobriety. Nice, Petey.
There we go. Now I'll show the. If you want to see what it looks like on our end, I'm sharing my screen in the Discord, and you can see what we see. Back to the book.
Ooh.
Was there any other questions we need to look up?
In the book. Nope.
Besides, I want to be an island boy. Trying to make it.
Link's got his island boy hair.
Island boy. Damn it, Jeanette. Why'd you got to ruin our mind with that? It's like Baby Shark, and Island Boy. 2 worst songs ever. If a person is to achieve a high quality sobriety, start asking yourself, is my sobriety high quality? If not, what can I do to start heading that direction? High quality should be a lagging indicator, a goal down the road that you want to achieve. So now you look at what tomorrow, Monday morning, when I wake up, what is the first thing I can do to achieve my high quality sobriety in the future? Mine is to get up, go through my little devotions, to get into reading, to pray, and then to attack my day. I don't get on and I try not to. I mean, I fail, obviously, but I try not to get on and just start looking at Facebook or get on and looking at whatever app or news or anything that could just, you never know. Like as soon as you open Facebook, it can just be this depressing or political ad, and you're just like, ugh, it instantly gives you that first shock of the day. Try to give yourself the first mood of the day, something beneficial as you're waking up with your cup of coffee and your mind's starting to run. Start using that to go into positivity. If a person is to achieve high quality sobriety and avoid relapse, it is advisable to abstain from compulsive behaviors and identify and practice a number of positive outlets that give pain-free pleasure. That's what we try to do at Recovering Addict here locally. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we try to work out, and we do it fun. You do it at your own pace. There's no pressure to do 4,000 reps in 6 seconds, and just, get your blood pressure up. And then we have a good, serious recovery meeting, and then we go do events, and we hike, and then we bike ride, and then we do other stuff and hang out. And Lucky Morgan got to go play laser tag again.
Lucky. Jamie just says, hear me out. Island Sharks, the remix. No.
Sean? That's Sean's job.
I'd almost rather listen to Island Boys than Baby Shark. I've never heard one song played so many ways. I was picking a one. 4,000 reps in 6 seconds. Seconds.
Challenge is on.
Challenge accepted.
Here's a challenge.
What are the reps?
Push-ups.
I got a challenge to always win.
All right.
I got a challenge to always win. I can do 1 through 100 push-ups in a minute.
1 through 100 push-ups in a minute, this guy.
I can do like 2 and stop and still win.
Okay, here, Linky, this is for you. 10 apples were hanging. 10 guys reaching. Everyone took an apple and left 9 apples hanging. How could this be?
Ooh, the guys were on top of each other. And they handed it down.
I don't know. Some alcoholics and drug-dependent people have developed serious problems with compulsive behaviors. Attempting to stop the compulsive behavior produces pain and feels like withdrawal. There we go again, stuck in a whole crappy situation. If this happens to you, you will need special help to stop the compulsive behavior. You actually have 2 problems, chemical dependency and a compulsive behavior problem. Don't be afraid to get help for it. It can make your sobriety much more comfortable and help you avoid relapse. That's what we're doing this book for. That's what all these words about compulsive behaviors are for, avoiding relapse.
Correct.
Remember that compulsive behavior is not what you do, but how you do it.
Answer, everyone, was the guy's name.
Yes, I win.
Lincoln.
How'd you win?
Sure said I win.
Oh. Only one guy is tall enough to reach the apple.
I'm dead.
All righty then.
Sorry, hang on that.
Let's do
Look at the
this.
hair.
Today's Discord question of the day, and we have a few of them to get through, comes from Luna, 1918. Huh? She says, the holidays are upon us. It's this time of year. I have a lot of PTSD and stress. How do you manage time of self-care during the busy time? How do you avoid triggers? Would love tips for setting intentions to make the holidays enjoyable, clean, and fun. And now I found a little cool article. You know me, I like to read articles and stuff because I don't have the answers for everything. I have to go and dig them up. So we're going to talk about 12 tips. This may apply. Some of them may apply. Some of them may not. But every one of us in here over the next 2 months are going to go through 2 major holidays, and they're usually 2 major family holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. You're either got the family and it could be stressful, or maybe you don't have any family and it's depressing. And maybe the world has sold you a bill of goods that isn't reality. You know, what happiness is was what they try to say is, when what is really the holidays all about. So one thing, number one, we're going to look at is plan ahead. Always take your own vehicle. If you're going to Thanksgiving, you're going to Christmas, take your own vehicle to any holiday party, right? So you can control your destiny. Stress is high. I got my own car. Love y'all. Goodbye. I'm out of here.
Peace.
Take a sober friend with you. And then, like, if these holidays have to do with people drinking, you're around family and drink or high risk situations, definitely get a wingman that go with you, right? And they can support you and pay close attention to your relapse triggers. And make sure you pay attention to your own relapse triggers during these times of social engagement or loneliness, right? Through up leading to these holidays and getting through the next, January 2nd. Make sure you're not hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Halt often, right? Arrive early and leave early. That's always a good one. You can arrive to a party early, let it kick off for a half hour, and then leave early. You've spent quality time with people that are, hosting the place, and you get to say hi to everybody as they arrive, and then you got other stuff to do. It's not a big deal. People do it all the time. Number 2, make self-care a priority. What's the number 1 priority this holiday season for everybody in the chat? Self-care. Celebrate the holiday season by taking care of your body, your mind, and your soul. We cannot be our very best if we are depleted. If you're worried about it, you're not eating, you're not getting sleep right now, you're depleting yourself before the stress even arrives. So don't future trip. Give yourself the gift of time for yourself. And this person in this article says acupuncture treatment, a yoga class, time for meditation and prayer, proper nutrition, Plenty of health and physical movement will make you feel stronger, both physically and emotionally. Make plans, right? And when the holiday season is over, take a break. Make a plan for a renewal retreat, right? Get your mind off the hustle and bustle and soothe your soul. Number 3, holidays are here. I'm freaking out. I got to deal with all this stuff. My usual support system is wonderful as it may be, but maybe you need to increase it. Let's add a few more people to the list of people to call, a few more activities to just keep yourself at the middle of the tribe. Put yourself in the center of the pack and let them all know what's going on. So increase support. We can get overwhelmed with erratic nature of this season's coming up, right? So as you plan each day in November and December, start with 12-step support as your first priority. This could mean bookending a holiday event with phone calls to someone in recovery before and after the event. All right, I got this lunch I got to go to for Thanksgiving because Uncle Frank's in town. I'm going to call you before I go.
Hey, Uncle
Hello?
Frank.
On my way to see Uncle Frank. Just want to let you know where I'm at. This is how I feel, and I'll call you when I'm done. Hey, Uncle Frank, whatever the whole situation is, you get done. Bring. Meeting's over with Uncle Frank. Went better than I thought. And this is what happened. Cool. Thanks for being there for me. Or meeting with Uncle Frank and I'm freaking out. I had to leave. Either way, that support's there. I like that. Bookend your appointments with phone calls of support. Commit to attend a few more meetings, right? Go attend some more AA or NA or recovery meetings during this holidays. Up your meeting game. Number 4, be mindful of time spent around your relatives. This is a good one because you need to know your limits. We all have our own versions. I love this one of our crazy Aunt Mildred, right?
I wish.
She's going to criticize your career choices and she's going to make you feel less than. Or Uncle Harry, who insists on you having his favorite holiday drink. I mix them up just good, just for you. And even worse, we most likely have a strained family relationship. Chances are we all have some type of strained family relationship when we show up into these situations, or there's strained relationships that we're going to be around and could witness a fight of some sort. Either way, it's stress. This type of stress can lead us to rationalize or convince ourselves that we are entitled to have a drink. I need to have a drink. Calm down. Instead of surrounding yourself with supportive loved ones that will help you follow the steps to stay clean and sober. Anything we need to address?
No, just some nice comments, suggestions.
Can I
Jess
show my
says
tablet?
she attended a virtual meeting on Christmas last year. Very cool.
Can I show off my tablet?
Nicole says I found RA on Christmas last year. That's the same thing but different.
Whoa, Merry Christmas.
Let's see. Somebody else. Oh, Jeanette wants to be in a cabin in the woods by herself.
That's not a bad idea. Why can't you just take a holiday break and say, you know what? I'm not doing Thanksgiving and Christmas this year. I got kids and they need presents. Give them a couple gifts, but that wouldn't be out of the norm if I were to do that. Be like, you know what? We ain't doing nothing this next 2 months. Why do we have to celebrate it just because we were told to?
Right.
That's the kind of person I am, though.
Jamie says I have a person I can send a code word to that would call me to get me out of the situation.
Boom.
Boom. Safe words.
Pre-date phone call. Call me about 20 minutes into this date so I can have an emergency if I need one.
John says RA is a Christmas gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, thanks, John.
Thanks, man.
Another thing, if you're worried about drinking or anything like that, you can have your props ready. Number 5, when you arrive at a party, immediately get a non-alcoholic beverage. Just hang on to it. Whether it's sparkling water or soda, others aren't really inclined to push drinks on you constantly. And the truth of the matter is people never really pay attention to what's in your glass. I did. I'm like, what you drinking? You better be drinking. You better add some more of that. Misery loves company. I love this one. And now as we go into these holidays, we got to remember what they really are about. Okay. It's not about the table. It's not about the food. It's not about the date. It's not about the presents, what you get, right? So celebrate relationships. As you consider holiday occasions, think about them as a way to make new friendships and perhaps rekindle old relationships with friends. Instead of making the event about drinking or eating as a priority, intentionally set your intention to make it about people and building relationships. I'm going to go in here to this house tonight, and it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to deal with my whole family. I haven't seen forever. And I'm going to intentionally make it about people and what I can do to leave them feeling better, right? Build relationships. Go into each party looking forward to establishing real connections.
I said I like that.
Me too. That's a good one, huh? And then eat well, right? Number 7, eat well. The holidays don't give us a green light to overindulge.
Aw, that's not what eat well means.
No.
I was like,
Turkey!
Potatoes. All right, not that kind of eat well. Just kidding.
There's nothing worse than stuffing ourselves with too much sugar, carbs, and fat-laden foods to make us feel bad. So be proactive. Choose healthy foods that'll make you want to celebrate and not feel guilty. Just don't overdo it.
Okay, I won't have the pie. I'll just have the whipped cream.
I did it Saturday. I
And
said no to ice cream.
That's very good.
Go ahead.
That word is bananas. Bananas. Jeanette said that's her safe word. But that's not what we're talking about, is it, Jeanette?
Jeanette. This is a family-friendly show here. Keep it clean.
Bananas.
Alan?
Oh, yeah. Sparkling water, not for the win.
Right?
Jamie says, I make Christmas gifts, but I have no idea what I want to make this year. No motivation or creativity right now. One year, an idea. I made those blankets for the boys where you just tie the knots around. That's a pretty fun one. Everybody gets a blanket.
Cheap.
Super cheap. I don't know about nowadays, but cheap.
I love this one. Number 8.
Jim.
What'd he say?
I won't die drunk, but I will die fat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, go ahead. There.
So, service, not self. When we can focus on others, we find more joy and gratitude. When we focus on others, we find more joy and gratitude. So look for ways to think about and serve others. Make a special family recipe and deliver it to friends. Donate your time at a homeless shelter. There's other ways to celebrate this holiday rather than the stressful ways. How can I serve during this holiday and be a gift to my community, my friends, or my family? And go and serve in that aspect. It'll make you feel really well. Spend time with a neighbor who is confined. Look for somebody that's having a hard time getting around. These spiritual opportunities allow us to spread happiness and cheer to others. That's kind of what the holidays are about. Thanksgiving, Christmas is about spreading cheer and happiness. How can we actively set our mind and our intention to go into these situations or prepare and plan to spend the next 2 months by spreading cheer? What can we do?
Good question.
Treat it as one of the benefits of staying clean and sober, being able to have a clear mind and a body to help others. I have a clear mind. I have a clear body. I am clean. I am sober. I can use it for good. Good things to think about right here.
Millie, Carla said go drink some water.
Go drink some water.
She's got some.
Then get some.
Or hot. Ooh,
Drink some more.
cough drop. Top drawer.
I already gave her some coffee.
She won't let me give it to her. Throw a fit, spit it out.
It's because I'm like, drink this now. Just like back in my day. Any other comments?
Oh, John said something about
Almost done, Tracy. We got a few more to go through.
Track your food. Back to food for a minute. Just journal what you were doing so that if you have a little too much, at least you are taking account for it.
I started journaling the last couple of days.
1,002 days of tracking. Works
That's
wonders.
awesome.
I like tracking too.
That's way awesome. Go get some food. All right. Number 9, create new traditions. What can we do this year to start a new tradition, right? That would be cool. Celebrate the fact that you are reestablishing your own life. Oh, let me read that one more time. Celebrate the fact you are reestablishing your own life. As you affirm your new self on these festive days, you are choosing to celebrate the new, better, clean, and sober life you have created. I choose to celebrate a new, better, clean, sober life, and I'm creating it. This might mean hosting a sober party, right? Festive gathering with friends in recovery. It may mean volunteering to serve at a local 12-step support group. Remember, giving is one of the best things you can do during the holidays. How can you give? And you don't have to go to Walmart and buy a gift. You ain't got to go to Target or none of those other places or Amazon and order and spend money to show people you love them. How can you give gifts? Like, time is the most valuable and priceless gift we can give somebody. An hour in conversation at a coffee shop with somebody is a truly more of a blessing than people realize. They're not going to remember the knickknack that's on their wall that's collecting dust compared to the beautiful connection made through a conversation.
It's true. I'll backtrack to the 10% because this is funny. I think you're a little behind, Debbie, but I asked a barista, and she said, "Oh, the senior citizen discount."
Sure, I'll take it.
Yes, that's the 10% discount I wanted.
Give it here. I got it.
I was ready. Give
I'll
them
take it.
a pat on the back.
I would take it.
Yeah. Invite a fellow member to join you for Christmas meal.
There you
I
go.
like you.
Go find a homeless person, put them in your car, and just make them travel around with you for that day. Get in. You're hanging out with me today. Okay. Avoid relapse triggers. Of all things, the most significant can be emotional triggers. No matter if you are in recovery or not, the holiday season is one of the most stressful times of the year. Whether you're a drug addict or not, we are entering the season of stress. With so many activities squeezed into a month, our normal routines get disrupted and people get frustrated and anxious. It's true. We got to go to work. We got to pay our bills. We still got to handle all the stuff that we do. And now we got to cram in all this crazy stuff. And some of it takes hours to clean and clean up and plan and prepare and wrap and decorate and clean, calm down from that. Also, there's an increased demands. Listen about your significant others, right? There's increased demands from your spouse, partner, or other family members, and this can put strain and serious stress on your sobriety. This can lead to feelings of shame, guilt, humiliation, embarrassment, anger, and depression. The holidays don't have to be perfect. It's okay. And just like the previous year, saying yes, listen to this real quick. Saying yes when you should say no can leave you feeling resentful and overwhelmed. Saying no is perfectly acceptable and it will protect you.
Nope. See?
No.
So easy. See how easy that was?
Can I get a 10?
Ask me a question.
No, you asked me for a 10% discount.
Can I get 10%?
No.
Dang it. Boo.
That's how Geesh feels. And then number 11, we got 2 more to go. Make sobriety your top priority. If you think about it, all holiday parties are optional. What? I don't have to go?
They're optional. Nobody told me.
Yeah, so if you don't think the activity is going to be good for your recovery, it's okay not to go. You can politely decline the party invite, but make a lunch date with the host for another day. Why do we have to hang out on this exact day? And if it's going to be and jeopardize your stress, your mindful peace and sobriety, let's go to lunch the next day. Not a big deal. These holidays aren't have tos. They're
if you want to's.
If you want to, if you choose to. It's just become a tradition. And now it's become so commercialized with, spending money that the advertisements make us feel and guilt shame us into having to. And then maintain your spirituality. Number 12. Our commercial world wants us to believe that joy can come from tinsel, booze, and shopping. Here's joy. Booze, tinsel, and shopping. And that's the only place you can get it, says commercials, right? It sells us the lie that happiness can be found in these. Instead, focus on the true spirit of the season. Regardless of your faith or your spiritual belief, the holidays are really about two things. When you start feeling overwhelmed, when you start feeling stressed out, pause, halt, hungry, angry, lonely, tired, but add something to it. What are the holidays really about? Giving and gratitude. Is what I'm about to do make me feel like I'm giving, and is it giving me an attitude of gratitude? Attitude of gratitude. If not, think about something. When we focus on these, the other things such as resentment, disappointment, anger, worry, self-loathing show up far less often, and cannot find a foothold in our hearts. If you're thinking about giving and you're thinking about gratitude, you're not going to be in the negative side of things. So put those at the top of your thought lists through the holidays.
Make your heart nice and slippery. No footholds here, my friend. No, but let me tell you about our rewards program for the next 15 minutes.
And then you go, no.
Tables have turned.
That's awesome.
Shree's saying no to the family KK this year.
What's that?
I don't know. But good for you. Arbor Day. Who celebrates Arbor Day? Anybody? Besides John?
John
V. Arbor Day is just as good. There's a whole episode on raising hope about Arbor Day.
We still have another question in the Discord we need to answer, and it's from Jim Hartley. He says, what is the difference between learning in recovery and growing in recovery? Is one more important than the other? It wasn't until I started growth process that I could put the learning part to use. Recovery seems to require both learning and growing. I think you have to learn first before you can grow. Yeah. It's like you learn something, you go and try it. It doesn't work. You throttle back. You think about it. You try it a little bit different way, and then you grow. Learn, ingest, do, grow. Right? Learn, do, grow. Paul says, what should we do in times when we feel inadequate? Like when you feel like no matter what you do, what you do is going to be good enough. It's something I'm really struggling with right now. That's a tough one, man. That's like self-esteem. So there's a few little techniques that you can think about while you're going through these, and I found 7 of them. Imagine that. Trust that everyone has their stuff, right? Look at all the people on Facebook and Instagram that show, people even that have grade A's in college and all this kind of stuff. Those people feel inadequate too. And Instagram influencers, friends who look perfect in every post, right? And they brag about how many likes and all that crap they get.
1 million. Just kidding.
True adequacy doesn't feel the need to advertise. People who brag about how amazing they're doing are usually feeling inadequate. Because true adequacy doesn't feel the need to advertise, right?
I like it.
Green-eyed cat, welcome to the stream.
That sounds a lot like humility as well.
Yeah. So while we can't know if these people in our lives are searching for affirmation, try to build themselves up by comparing down to others, right? A healthy dose of self-doubt helps us monitor ourselves and our behaviors. It sparks introspection and motivates us to grow. So it's kind of a good thing. You're thinking about it. You're kind of going to monitor your self-behavior. It's going to spark that introspection. Like, what do I need to do to feel and get out of this? It's going to give you a motivation to grow. And so start adding yet to your language. If you're starting to say, I haven't been able to run 5 miles, I can't run 5 miles, and it's just this beat down on yourself, always put the word yet at the end of it. I haven't been able to run 5 miles yet. I haven't found the right romantic partner yet. I don't have my dream job yet. Right? Tack on the word yet.
It's like at least.
Just believing that you can improve instead of assuming you're stuck with the cards you were dealt makes all the difference. You can improve. I used to think that I was this big piece of crap and I was going to be just like my dad. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just like that guy. And I remember thinking about 85 years old. I'm thinking about the normal time for a human to die. And I'm like, 80 years old is so far away and I got to live like this for that long. This sucks. And then I got out and started doing stuff and figured it out, and I wasn't like him at all. You can replace but with and. That's another one. When you say but, you instantly erase whatever came before it, especially if it's a pat on your own back for progress. So let's look at a couple thoughts that we might have about ourselves. I'm eating much more nutritious foods now, but I have to start exercising. As soon as you say but, it erases everything you just said, right? Versus, I'm eating much more nutritious foods now, and I have to start exercising. Which one sounds more like you're scolding yourself instead of motivating yourself? So watch the language and how you speak to yourself. Are you scolding yourself or are you trying to motivate yourself? Broaden your scope. Pop culture would have us believe that, this is a good one. Pop culture would have us believe that adequacy comes from one or only few areas, right? So if you're not achieving financially, you're not having financial success, you're not fame, your career achievement, right? Relationship bliss or physical appearance, then you're a failure, right? We narrow our own vision accordingly, and we feel hopelessly inadequate if we're not rich, famous, powerful, in love, or hot.
I got one of those.
But
guess which one?
Powerful.
No. No. I like this new word, no.
I feel like I'm being set up here. That's a setup, huh, Brian?
Just tell me I'm hot. I didn't hear any of the other three. I just heard hot. Or 4. How many is there? There's 4.
Oh, that's funny. But these mainstays of pop culture and internet gurus are narrowed. The truth told is misguided. A good life comes from so much more. Having integrity, being curious, chasing inspiration, appreciating beauty in the world, speaking the truth, and perhaps most of all, creating and maintaining loving relationships with friends and family. Just kind of like the article we just read about giving and gratitude. Gratitude may not be on your list very high lately if you're feeling inadequate. Beware of...
Thanks, Jamie.
What?
Jamie said I'm hot.
Oh, thanks, Jamie. Oh, not me? Damn it. There's one more I wanted to look at. Oh, yeah. And remember, this will be the last one we look at. Perfection is boring. It's basic, it's boring.
It is boring.
It's easy to feel intimidated and inadequate compared to people with seemingly perfect lives.
Eat your cough drop.
But have you ever walked into a perfectly decorated room? They're soulless, they're boring, and they even smell sterile, like a furniture showroom, right?
A hospital.
So the last place you want to kick off your shoes, put up your feet, and have a few belly laughs with friends. Imperfection is awesome. People who advertise their seemingly perfect lives, right? A mix of intimidating and oddly, they're a mix of intimidating and oddly boring, right? These people who advertise their lives as being perfect, they're very similar to these showrooms. Boring. When something is perfect, it means there's nowhere else to go. Things are finished. The story is over. And how stiffing is that? Much better be a work in progress to let some of our tangled yarn hang out. Best of all, to add yet to the unfinished dreams. So don't worry about perfection. Don't compare yourself to Instagram and the stuff you see on TV. They have their problems too. And remember, perfect is boring.
Yeah, don't be boring.
Don't be basic.
Basic.
Good night, Jim. We're going to get out of here too.
Yeah.
And check it out. We got some people hanging out with us over here. Whoops. Wrong button.
Bye.
Check it out. I'll show everybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
boom.
And Shree, we have something like that too. That KK thing is adults of families enter their name. Blah, 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 blah. We call it Secret Santa.
Secret Santa.
I feel like it's the same thing. I'm going to start calling it KK and see if anybody catches on.
What does KK stand for?
I don't know.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kats?
It stands for Secret Santa.
I figured out what the KKK stands for. It's Kit Kat King.
Progress has power and purpose. Perfection is setting you up for relapse.
Amen.
I like that, Tracy. What's a BB?
Amen.
The best person you can be is you.
Ooh.
Yes.
You know what? In the words "believe in yourself," it says "be you."
Be you. Believe in yourself.
Discord,
Be you.
yay! I saw you, Crabtree. I seen you jump in the YouTube stream. What is up? I seen you all over there multitasking.
Sick.
It stands for Kit Kat. Chris Kringle.
Oh, Chris Kringle. Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh, so it's Secret Chris Kringle. That's harder to say.
Chris
Secret Santa
Kringle.
sounds cooler.
You mean Santa? All right, Linky, get over here.
It's time. It's time to say goodbye.
God, grant me
me
the
the
serenity
serenity
to accept the things we cannot change. You, the courage to change the things we can. Me, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
You.
Is that Crabtree?
What's up, Crabtree?
What up?
I'm like,
We got people hanging out in the Discord. Check us out. Boom. Brian bounced. Effie says, good night. Feel better, $1 million. Hi, boy. Enjoy your week. Love you, brothers. All right. Remember our. Oh, I didn't do our. Wait.
Don't leave.
We didn't do our challenge.
Yeah, what's the challenge?
Damn it. Why don't you guys remind me?
Hey, do the challenge. I did.
Here's the challenge. I want everybody this week, I included, obviously, give a genuine compliment. That means you got to look at somebody, think about somebody, listen to somebody to give 3 people a day per day a genuine compliment. Okay? 3 people Monday, 3 people Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way till we get back to Sunday. A genuine compliment. Look at somebody and be like, your hair looks nice under this shiny light. Or I love your attitude. You have a great attitude and outlook on life. You know? Challenge
Pretty
accepted. Sorry, guys. I almost forgot about our
Jamie,
challenge of the
Jeanette, you can check me off your list. Thank you.
week.
Boom. Got this bagged.
Just
Crystal
like
Call.
Team Crabtree. Look how nice his beard is.
I like
Great
his
gray color.
bandana too. Looks super cool.
Awesome.
This my shiz.
And you know what that's going to do? That's going to get you to stop thinking about yourself and make you and force you to think about somebody else. And what holidays are we going into? Gratitude, giving, grateful. Make somebody grateful.
Another G
Make
word.
somebody happy. Somebody with low self-esteem. Us addicts have low self-esteem. They don't need help in getting any lower. What can we do to lift each other up? 3 people a day, 3 genuine compliments to each one of them. Find it.
Recovery merch on the website, recoveryaddict.org. We are currently out of hats. Be about a month out.
ooh, can I say something?
Thanks, John. You truly are amazing, incredible executive producer and friend. Keep being your awesome self, friend.
Hey,
Thanks, man.
change your attitude to gratitude.
Link says, change your attitude to gratitude.
Yeah, don't have a bad attitude.
Change your attitude to gratitude and don't have a bad attitude. It's genius.
Okay, everybody get the challenge of the. Why is everybody now logging in to watch the show? If you just got here, F
FNLT.
and LT are the best. Thanks, Leslie.
I see what you did there.
Crystal.
What's up, Crystal?
Okay, 3 genuine compliments to people this week. And until we see you next week, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your programs, and remember, we recover better together.